Hey guys, Brent Hull Build Show, another travel channel from Master Builders, this time Philadelphia. And there's so much to see in Philadelphia. I'm trying to narrow it down to things as a master builder that you're going to be interested in. So Philadelphia, historically, right, it was the New York of America for many, many years, really until after the Revolution. And, you know, New York really grows up in the early 1800s as a trading community and everything else. But Philadelphia was it for a long time. So what you're going to see, especially in those civic buildings and in those early buildings, are Georgian and Federal, especially style stuff, and some early Greek revival. In 1750, 1760, when things were humming right before the Revolutionary War, you know, Philadelphia was a big city. Charleston, Boston, Baltimore, those were the big cities, right? And so Philadelphia was the biggest one. And Philadelphia was where, you know, the reason they signed the Declaration of Independence there was because that was kind of the center of the universe, and that's where everybody came from. So Philadelphia is an amazing place for that early American architecture, Georgian and Federal, really from 1720s into the early 1800s. Amazing stuff, amazing designs are there. There's so many good places to go. I mean, you got to go to Philadelphia Hall because that's where they signed the Declaration of Independence, but you could get lost in the history there and miss the incredible architecture inside there. I mean, it's a very important building, but if you look at the steeple there, if you look at that hall, and then the Great Hall in the back with this amazing staircase, just the organization of the chair rail in there, and that chair rail is probably 42 inches. It's really tall, but you notice how tall the room is. There's all these columns and pediments and niches, and I mean, you could spend 4 hours there sketching details, okay? Just there's that much there, there's that much going on. Right around there, you've got all these architectural styles. You got the classical things, and then the early Greek revival. The Second Bank of Philadelphia is a Greek temple. William Strickland was the architect. So you've got amazing things all around there. Carpenter's Hall is a must. That's the beginning of our trade in America. And so this was really one of the only guilds that really had power and strength and influence and things like that. There's this great book, Charles Peterson found it, okay? The story is that he was rummaging around in Carpenter's Hall and he found this 1786 rule book for building. This is a book, guys, that has a bunch of price stuff going on inside here, you know, price details. There's pictures of, you know, dormers and things that you can build and the price associated with those things. And so it was said that Thomas Jefferson wanted this price book and couldn't get it because it was such a held secret. It's the way guilds used to work. They used to hold on to their trade secrets and everything like that. So Carpenter's Hall is an amazing place. They got an amazing first library where the great builders basically in Philadelphia at that time, and remember, Philadelphia was the New York of America before New York, right? And so it was the biggest city. It had the most craftsmen. It had all this stuff going on. And so you have the Carpenter's Company, right? And that 1724 building is a must for a master builder. Go to it. It's our Mecca. It is our place as builders that we need to go because that's where things started. There's this cool thing called Elfreth's Alley, okay? Where there's early 1720s houses being built. Those houses are still there. They're very small. If you want to think about the scale of how to make a window and a shutter and a door and an entryway, beautiful examples in Elfreth's Alley of great architectural details. You'll see amazing brickwork. You'll see all these cool things. I would plan, 2 to 3 days there, okay? And walking tours should be part of that time because if you just walk on the tree streets, Walnut, Pine, Chestnut, those streets right there on Walnut Street where we've shot other videos, there's amazing Federal and Georgian houses right there. If you want to understand what a Federal Georgian house looked like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, that's where those examples are. You'll notice the fan lights over the doors. You'll notice the size of the windows, the decoration. All those things change as those periods change. It's overwhelming me just talking about this right now as far as all the things you see. So the 5 things, okay? Obviously Philadelphia Hall, but especially the interior, okay? The organization of the outside is wonderful. The steeple's amazing, added later, but the interiors are kind of the highest level, almost an English level of building structure and detail. In early Philadelphia, it was really pressing the limits for their design, skill, architecture, carving, all the different things that went a part of that. So Philadelphia Hall is a must. go to Second Bank of Philadelphia, right? Because that's the William Strickland Greek Revival thing. And the contrast between what was happening in that Greek Revival era versus those early Georgian and Federal things is quite wonderful. That's number 3. Go to Elfress Alley, because that's the place where you're going to see these perfectly preserved streets that take you back in time. And the doors and the windows, and notice you'll see 1-inch sash there. Notice you'll see Flemish bond brickwork. You'll see all these different things going on there. So really dig into the details. Number 4, got to go to Carpenter's Company, got to go to Carpenter's Hall. That's where our world began here in the United States, and it's the early building and how to build. And if you can find that Carpenter's Company book on eBay or something like that, it's a great tool to looking into the past, how we used to build, how we used to price things. And then the last one is Philadelphia Hall. Okay, so the City Hall there was that great building built kind of in 2 different periods, right? The early brickwork. So this is 1860s, 1870s. They're building it with brickwork. They get up so far and they changed to steel because that was when we started building with steel. But the architectural details on that building are over the top. It's that French Beaux-Arts, Second Empire, late Victorian, early classical. I mean, that is an incredible place. And so many great things to see. And across the street from that is the Ritz-Carlton. It's an old McKean Mead and White bank, which is patterned after the Pantheon. So many cool things to see. Such great architecture. Philadelphia is a must. Spend 2 or 3 days there, but check out that stuff. That's where we began as builders. You really need to see and learn from the past, and that's a great place to start.